Hey guys, I'm just doing some laser ditching here. Move the camera here. Sorry about making this jerky, but I have a different kind of setup here than normal. Okay, anyway, getting back to it, I'm doing some laser ditchings for a seasonal campground near my hometown, and I think you can see the laser receiver on the excavator here. I'm running another Velco 210. Really like these machines actually. It's got a 6-cylinder, I think, Hino engine, like, you know, the Japanese company Hino, and it's so awesome on fuel. We used this all day yesterday, and fuel gauge didn't move, but this is very tedious work sometimes. When that light stops beeping or flashing, it means the stick is plumb, which is important, because otherwise you could be off, you know, several inches or more. So I want to make sure it stops flashing, and then I want to try and I have the bucket completely rolled back, and I got the boom straight up and down, and that basically tells me I'm just about on grade. You can sort of see on the left side over here that cutting edge is just a little bit into the mud there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just trying to make it so you guys can see everything. So I've got to try and clean just that little tiny bit out, like that's, you know, a millimeter maybe. It's very difficult when you're working in clay or shitty ground like this. It'd be okay if it was sand, but you don't need to do ditching in sand. So eventually this will all be campsites on this side, but at least for the time being we're able to get all our laser ditching done before they start putting culverts and driveways in, because on the other side it was the opposite problem. They had put culverts and stuff in, but nothing was on grade yet. So all those culverts got to be dug out and then put on the grade. This is all engineered. Everything here has been surveyed and all that. You can see the laser over there on the tripod. It's in the bottom there. It's fairly dry. And then there's a hub right there, and there's a stake in the bottom where we take our shot from, and on the back of the stake is the percentage for the slope, like coming down the hill, and I believe it was, yeah, it's 0.271. So you program that into the laser. I have to admit, some of this is a little bit new to me. I've used lasers for digging before, but mostly for digging flat grades, such as house basements. And those lasers, I think there was only one I used that had this capability, but I always had it zeroed, so it would do a flat grade. Whereas this one's at 0.271, so you have to have the laser facing the right way, because one way is going uphill and the other way is going downhill. And right now I'm working from right to left here, and that going left there is going uphill. See, it's not quite. Sometimes I got to go back and forth a little bit here, because some places here are a little bit low. So you scoop a little bit out, and then you go throw it further up the line, and then you try and get that on grade. See, it's pretty much on. Little tiny hair. But you see, it just wants to come out as big blocks all the time, or big chunks, kind of. Fucking pain in the ass. They want me to be on the ball all the time, so you can see when it comes to excavator operating, it's not all loading trucks, dig, swing, dump, mass excavating and all that. There's a lot of fine work, and this is where years of experience and skill kind of come in. And I'm still learning. Every day you're always learning a little bit. One thing I kind of like nowadays is that everything's in metric. It just more sense. You just move the decimal point. No fractions of an inch or any of that horse shit. Also on the front of that stake there, you see it says cut 0.28 meters, so that's 28 centimeters. So you have to factor that into when you're setting up your laser and all that. And we did all that yesterday, actually, right where that other stake is down there. That's great. We established that yesterday, so then when I could set up for today, I just make it a little bit easier. I have trouble in math sometimes, so having a little bit of extra assistance and keeping things as simple as possible is the best thing. A lot of times if I do ditching, like you saw some of that work I was doing a couple weeks ago with this same machine, and I was doing it all by eyeball. But I also sometimes had water down there, and none of that was going to be final grade because all that slop that I was digging was going to get put onto the front slope and regraded and all that. It's just to get the bloody water out of that shithole there. I was driving by there on my way to work today, and it's dried up a lot, so they might be able to do something with it after they're done paving. Some of what I did was also what it will be, I think, final grade, unless they decide to put topsoil on it. Lots of little frogs in here. You see them hopping all over the place. Try not to squish any. I myself have never used GPS or anything like that, so I kind of wonder, I'm curious as to how it would work with something like this. If it's easier or less room for error, or what the case is. There's so many different kinds of GPS things. See, we can play pickup sticks here. I'll just throw those against the back slope there. Just gradually clearing stuff out. There's my truck. And that's the Winnipeg River over there. That's not that same river that you always hear about on the news for those that are in Canada or the US. This isn't the river that runs through Winnipeg and actually floods. This river is named after Winnipeg Hydro, one of the first companies to build any hydroelectric dams. So I'll let you try and figure out approximately where I am. I don't know how many Canadian people I've got watching my videos, but play a game with you guys. Take that little hump out right there. Sometimes all you gotta do is to squish it down. Eventually there's going to be a driveway right where there's a stake over here, and there's going to be a driveway, so if I do have excess mud or anything like that, I'm just piling it up kind of in that area, and then they can throw their culvert in and push the dirt over the culvert. That's pretty much what we do. And then this little furrow that I pull up, I just kind of of dry, crumbly dirt, then that's nice for filling in any voids or gaps. Often when they do ditching, at least from what I've seen with the municipality around where I live, they take a shot. Let's say they're just going from one culvert to another, and they'll take a shot from one culvert from the bottom of it, like the invert, and then they'll take a shot from the other culvert, and they'll take the number they get from that, divide it, and then that's how they figure out their percentage for slope. But this is actually all engineered. There's actually a drawing or something somewhere around here. Maybe not. Oh, here it is. So I'm working on, this is called line C. So you can see line C, and where's my 0.27? Right here is my 0.27. So I'm going from this hub to that hub, basically. And I think I'm working just in this first corner, right around here somewhere. So I think it's about a couple kilometers worth of ditching here. Laser receiver a few years ago that's actually really good for this work, made by a company called Leica, spelled L-E-I-C-A, and I believe it's a Scandinavian company, and it's a great big thing that fits on a stick there, and it's got its own magnets and that. It doesn't come with a rail like this one does, but it's actually got different lights for the plumb, so it's a little less confusing. At least I thought so at the time. It's worth about $1,200 as well, or at least it was back about 2008, 2009. A little easier to see sometimes too. This one's not bad though. This is Top Con, I believe. Here I'm right in the bottom of the ditch, but there isn't enough room, so I have to dig it side saddle like this, so I'm not really the biggest fan of this. So there you go, that's ditching really, at least digging side saddle. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.